Give me a second, have a look.
Testing.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, I think we are live. Can you hear me in the chat if you're there? If anyone is there, that is. I am just making sure that we get above board. Hold on. The timer's refreshed back to like 17 minutes for some reason. Anyway, welcome to the first stream of PSGL on PlayStation. I am your host, Otaku Logan 2017, and I am joined by TFM Flynn. How are you doing tonight, Flynn?
You know what, buddy? Not too bad. How are you doing? Yeah.
I am so tired. I almost forgot this was on today, but here we are with... Oh my gosh, we've got 40 people watching. What a start. Welcome to the 40 people that have decided to show up and watch this incredible race with absolutely zip on the line. Here, as I've realised, I've got the sound turned off. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear the sound of the game very well? Just let me know. This is just a test stream after all. It's a social race. That's why we do it. Not just for the drivers to get into gear with the new game, but also to get the commentators into gear as well. Oh, Diogo Silva having a massive slide. As you can see, we've got a variety of drivers from a variety of divisions, including Azim, who you remember, me and Tom Cairns were watching over in the past year. We also had drivers like Toby, Yossi, Dar Smith, the whole lot. Most notably Kazizel, who, in my opinion, used to have the worst luck in all of the league because, of course, I think it was Silverstone, he got disqualified for trying to go into the pit lane, and then in Monza he was involved, sorry to bring this up, in a free car, or he was hit by another car during the safety car and went out of the race. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Doesn't sound the greatest of things, to be honest.
Oh my word. This takes up... Look at this, guys. On the side of the screen. It takes up a lot... The tower takes up a lot of the screen. It's so annoying. But yeah, as we were saying, we've got 18 minutes qualifying and 29 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit. Do we need to introduce this to drivers who are new to this game?
I'd say go for it, yeah, take it away, yeah.
Yeah, we might as well. Let's get on with it. We have a driver on a lap, and it is Diogo Silva coming down this extremely long straight past the massive grandstand and down into turn number 1 and then into turn number 2. A tight turn 1 followed by a fast turn 2 and 3, and he's already invalidated. Not the greatest start for Diogo Silva, but we have, I do believe... who's the next driver on the lap? I think it would be Noof. That'll be on the lap. Now, Noof has some experience in the higher divisions. I do believe I was commentating over the one he won a couple of years ago in Japan, where Isaac Kush and Noof were fighting for the title, and Noof won it with 2 rounds to spare after Isaac Kush had a puncture on the last lap of the race. Yeah, crazy. So into the first corner. Oh dear, yeah, this is what a problem with the game, Flynn. There's a massive slide. I've noticed this too playing the game. They have massive slides when going out of a corner. It's quite frustrating, don't you think?
Yeah, that is quite frustrating. I have seen it quite a lot, to be honest. So hopefully that will be resolved and fixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a bit frustrating with that massive slide out of turn 1.
I don't think this will be the only time you'll see a slide out of turn number 1, but as we also know, we've got another few features with the new F1 23 game, released earlier than we thought it would. It would normally be July, but it's June, as I rudely went off of Noof's screen there, forgetting that we were on a lap. But one of them is red flags. Now, I'm not sure if they will be involved this season. There have been bugs with it, I've been reported, so probably the answer is no, but we'll probably get updated on that as soon as they find a patch to that bug. But it's quite interesting, Flynn, that we have red flags in the game now.
It is. Obviously, they're still, like you said, a little bit buggy. But red flags, they're pretty awesome. But they need to be fixed, of course. But no, I think it's a really good feature. But like I said, I don't think it'll be in league racing for a while until it's fixed, or if it can be trusted.
No, it's quite difficult, especially if it's a new well, it's technically not new. We did have the implementation of red flags up to F1 2014, and then they removed it. In my opinion, I'm not really a fan of the red flags, but it is quite a cool little thing they put in the game to increase the realism in the game. But I do fear about when they're re-implementing or implementing in something into the game, the possibilities of bugs. And we've seen that before, of course, if you remember last season. I think one of the races I commentated, the Miami race, the safety car came out when it wasn't a safety car. That stream is unfortunately lost to history. I forgot to save the stream. It was on Twitch because I couldn't get access to YouTube at the time, funnily enough. Anyway, enough about the past and going into the future. We have 13 drivers that have set a lap here, Flynn. Can you take us over for them?
Yeah, I can do. See, TF a 128.1, Riley a 128.2, Ren's a 128.3. Everyone seems to barely be in the 128s, you know, some in the 129s, and then there's one in the 130s. The grid, quite tight at the moment, quite close.
Quite close, of
indeed.
course. Yes, and there's only, well, we can't see how much time's left because the yellow flag signal's in the way. We've got 12 minutes and 10 seconds and counting as we count down to the race. Of course, it is the fastest lap that will take pole position, unless they get a penalty, that is. And we should be seeing,
not, though.
Yeah, of course. We should be seeing these drivers doing about 3 laps on these soft tyres, of course. It makes sense. Please ignore the yellow flags. That's mostly because drivers are going by the what we call gentleman's agreement, letting other drivers take their laps so they're not impeding them, of course. I think that's what it's called.
Indeed. I believe it is. I've never heard of that saying before, but I would say and suggest that's what it's called, so yeah.
So here we go. We've got a sector 1, 2, 3 caution. That's funnily enough. And they had to squeeze the text.
Lol.
So everyone here has done their first lap except for the bottom 5 who have not set a lap. And they'll probably have to go again if they want any chance at getting on the grid. Stefan's done 2 laps on those soft tyres.
The tyre grade must be tyre deg must be quite high. If he's done, 2 laps? That is saying something.
Alright, Diogo Silva, attempt number 2. He's coming through turn number 8 now. Probably, in my opinion, the toughest corner on the track. Considering you need to have some... Actually, I stand corrected. This turn number 10, this is probably the toughest one. It's very easy. Yes, very easy to... very easy to get off into the runoff area in that area. And then turn 11, you're just going to have your car in the middle of that rumble strip. That is the meta for this game. Thanks, Cold Masters, for letting us go off as far as we can.
But no, he's flying right now. He's flying in that Williams, I must say.
He is, I have to say. By the way, we got some comments here saying, say hello to Brazil. No, it's supposed to be you're going to Brazil. Only a certain amount of people will get that ref. As Diogo finally has on the board and sets a 5th fastest time, Diogo Silva in the Williams, which I have to say looks quite stunning. And he's completely went past the first corner. That might get him a slap in the wrist of the stewards, I'm not sure. But it is a social race. But,
yeah, it's just a social race. I just closed my eyes at that one. I didn't see anything. Nothing happened.
I never close my eyes. I never blink. I see everything. I've got eyes at the back of my head. Alright, we're halfway there, living on a prayer, and 17 drivers have set the lap. Kizizel, one of the top drivers in this, I have to say, not being able to get onto the leaderboard right now. He's got 9 minutes left. He should fit 2 laps in, as we welcome again to the 50 viewers joining us for this sort of, I'd say, funsies race, the social race. You could say. Pre-season. The season begins, I think it begins in mid to late July, just after the British Grand Prix, which I will be at, by the way. So if you see me wearing a Ferrari cap and a Ferrari shirt that looks very fat, that will be me, I think. Yeah.
But what's your opinion on strategies here at Bahrain?
I'm not entirely sure. This is a completely new game to me. I've rarely played it. But
I'm thinking soft tyres.
yeah, I think soft tires. I actually, I sort of lied. I did play on a career mode as a test because I'm thinking of streaming the game
Oh, okay.
as soon as I get the headphones equipment. I can't. I'm playing on a wheel and I can't. I don't have a wireless microphone, so a wireless headset. Sorry, headset. Some of the drivers are coming out for a second crack of the whip. But yes, I think you could be right. Soft. I'm not sure about soft medium, probably, but I do remember last year it was medium hard. But of course, different game. It's going to be in different strategies, perhaps. I should be looking at the bog standard though. But of course, they can change them if they did. Back before 22, you had to start on the tyre you set in qualifying with the top 10, and the bottom 10 had free choice. But not anymore. You get started into any tyre you want. And
So I mean, that feels really weird now, doesn't it?
it does, because
Really
honestly, you could have everyone starting at the same tyre.
Yeah.
And Cazzizzle is about to set another lap as he comes into the first corner. How is he going to do? This first corner has been the toughest. It looks like nicely through. You like to see that. It cuts across turn number 2 and grazes the curb at turn number 3. Heading down to turn number 4, should get almost right off the track. He gets the I know, right? I love you just laughing at the way he's just going through and my reaction to it.
But no, to be honest, all drivers really good on this grid. It's quite fun to see some of them just like go, oh, I'm just going straight on. Oh no, I'll just completely cut the track. But that is a stonking time. Wow. A 120.0.
Stonks from Rees. 28.019. Over 2/10 faster than Riley Mackay.
Indeed, and I believe we could see a high 27. Some of these drivers could get in the 27s, I believe. Just thinking right now.
Sorry for my silence. I'm trying to get everyone to sign in. I just said no Yarner tonight, but please keep tuned in. 77 viewers. I haven't had that in a long while. Thank you very much. It's just a test, guys. No Yarno. Sorry. Oh, and I've lost 7 viewers because of it.
But anyways, on board with the Mercedes and Rennes now.
Oh!
There you are. There you have it. The prediction is done. Nando across the line at 127.9.
You win $1 million. You win £1 million, Flynn.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
I wish. I'm no Chris Tarrant. Anyway. Oh, and Toby has failed to set a time again. He's the only driver yet to set a time. And we've got very little time yet. 5 and a bit minutes left to go. And Nando, I wonder if he isn't an Aston Martin, and his name is Nando. Coincidence. He's at the top. And everyone needs to catch up. They need to build 46 thousandths the gap between first and second.
It's quite close. Quite close.
It's quite close. And the top 10 are separated by under half a tenth. Half a second, sorry. Half a tenth's a bit too small.
But no, that's crazy, you know, how like Dio in the Williams was like P5, and now he finds himself P11.
Yeah.
It's crazy how close times can get, and the major mistake that.
And the fact they've only got 18 minutes is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think by saying Yarno's not here tonight, I think I got everyone to turn off.
But to be honest though, there's so much different about this game, like, you know, you've got tyre marble as well, which is a massive key factor.
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
Going off the racing line can just be so much more difficult, as Dio crossed the line on 128.3. A slight improvement, but only to P9.
So only one driver failed to set a time, and they've only got one round left.
That's a bit odd. I don't know why. It's just chilling in the pit lane. Maybe Toby struggling a bit. Maybe track limits can be a bit. I think to be honest, I think track limits is a bit more harsh on this year's game.
Oh yes.
I think they're a bit more strict, like really strict than 2022.
Yeah, 69 watching. Nice. And speaking of the watching, I've just been given a message from Quandale saying, "Why is Why is chat so dead? What happened to all the people spamming?" Connor says, "Wednesdays is spam night." Perfect. Perfect response.
That's a great response, that is.
Fantastic. All but Diogo, who's invalidated again, is on a lap. Actually, Mohammed is coming out for one
Ooh.
more lap. And in
See how he
the
does.
magnificent blue and pink Alpine. I just love that combination.
I was about to say, that does look lovely. I'm not a fan of the pink one version, though. I kind of like the pink and blue together, just not bright pink, in my
Quite weird
opinion.
to see them. It's quite weird to see them BWT now, because that used to be Aston Martin when they were Racing Point, and now or Force India, and now they're for another team. Same thing that's going to happen with Alfa Romeo next year when they join Haas, and now they're going to have Aston Martin Honda. Oh boy!
It's weird, isn't it? Really weird.
Oh no!
Oh,
Gilsey's got a
okay.
penalty for
What's that
illegal
for?
blocking. Oh yeah, it looked like he might have blocked someone there. I think. I'm not sure who that was. I thought there was an engine failure. And I think engine failure, multiplayer.
Damn.
Oh, Azam left the session. That was not
Oh.
pretty good. It's getting quite hectic out there, to be fair, Flynn. All the drivers coming out for one more lap, even though it's a social race. This might be chaos.
I am expecting a lot of chaos, I'll tell you that now.
The first race. What's he doing? Yossi is, well, he's let Mohammed through, who's on a lap. And, well, he gets out of the way. I think that was Zayn who was trying to get out of the way. Yeah, Zayn getting out of the way of Mohammed. Mohammed is 8 tenths down on the leader. As we make our way... Oh, what's happened?
Nothing, and just Mohammed seems to be flying in Sector 2.
Wow, it was. And to the final corner, which is some reason 2 corners. I still dispute this very day. He's got that Aston in front of them. That might be... I think it's
toe.
Nando. Yes, it is. It's a toe from Nando, and it puts him in 9th. He gets out of the way for his teammate Yossi. Or, well, he's not even there yet, but...
But no, I'm not used to seeing cars with tyre marbles. I'm still just trying to get over that. They slow down, and you see the tyre deck. That's so weird. I'm not used... I don't think there's any sim racing build or version that's got that in the game yet. Yeah, so that's something that's interesting.
It's quite weird, but there we go. Who have we got coming to the line? There's quite a few.
I know there's a Mercedes of LRB about to approach.
LRB.
Ferraris, something like that.
Ferraris as well, as LRB sets the 12th fastest time, but it was already 12th, so it's not very good. Azam is trying to cut the course to get a lap in. I have bad news. You've got no time anyway.
Oh, so that is quite unfortunate. Oh.
He was out of the session, so he had to get back in, but he didn't get back in time. So here we go. The first driver to stop is Niels. He just grazes the racing line. That's crazy close, and he gets to 6th place.
Ooh, that's impressive.
On the standings. Nando's coming through, but Toby is coming through as well, and he gets dead last. Oh, and there we go, Ray's
now
on the top.
Nando's got competition now. Is it going to be enough, though, for pole position around the final turn?
He's faster.
Up to line. DRS. Just
Boom!
about. There we go, 127.8. That is quite impressive. But
Not over
only
yet.
the top 2. Only the top 2 at the moment in the 127s.
Only the top 2 for now. Riley is faster, but is he fast enough?
I say Kazi as well is pushing really hard right now, and has gone purple in sector 2, I believe. Final turn.
Kazizzle's on a blazer. Kazizzle on a blazer, Flynn. Here he comes. Is he fast enough? No, he's not. One short. Short.
Oh. Wow. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Dara is the last.
Well,
Oh, and he's hit the wall, and
ooh, that's
I think he had a horrendous, and he was the last driver anyway, so he just crashed it into the wall. So that means that your pole sitter for this race is Nando with a 127.873 ahead of Reyes with a 127.934. Cazizzo in third with a 127.969. Riley in fourth, the last driver amongst those to set at 127. Then we've got Gabriel, Yossi, Renz, Niels, Noof, LRB, Mohamed, Diogo, Azam, Fleddy, Raphael, Dara, Zane, Stefan, Liam, and Toby, who was 1.7 off the pace.
that's
That's
crazy how close the gap is all the way down. You could say to 19th.
Yeah. Look at the top
Also,
10. Actually, top 12 within
yeah.
1/2 of a second.
But unfortunately, like you said, Yossi with that, what was it? 5 grid place penalty as well, so he'll be demoted down a few positions.
Let's let some comments. Faramir, no, you can have either controller or a steering wheel. It's completely up to you what you choose. Just don't choose the joystick used for Microsoft Flight Simulator, though. It's not recommended.
Be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Thrust,
It
do the
would.
joystick left, right, up, down. Let's go.
Actually, I think that's been done before. I don't know where, but I think it might have been WTF1 before Matt Gallagher left.
That'd be crazy if he actually managed to like set a lap.
Nicky
I'd be
Lauder when
impressed.
he's retired, because he used to be a pilot.
Oh,
Alright, so we're just waiting for everyone to get set up, and we will have a formation lap this year. They have fixed it in the game, thank goodness. As you remember, last year they had problems with that. I can confirm it is fixed, I think.
it is, but it is a bit different formation lap this year on the game. Tyre warm up is a key factor. So I think the way it works is if you're on the soft tyre, when you do a lap, your tyres will be nice and toasty, nice and warm, if you get me. But if you're on the medium or hards, I think you've got to be above 85, around about 90, because then your tyres are still cold at 80 as well. So tyre warm up is a little bit different this year. So drivers have got to be more aggressive on the formation lap, but not too aggressive, so they don't bump into anyone and then get disqualified and then start on cold tyres. If you start on cold tyres,
Yes,
it's
Stone Cold.
stone cold, not ideal. Especially at turn 1. Definitely not the place you want to be at the moment with cold tyres.
Yeah, just to know, CD San, there's only one qualifying session in this social race. Condale, Xbox, unfortunately no Xbox in this, just PlayStation 5. And good evening to Jess, the lovely Jess, who's also going to be at Silverstone, thank goodness. And hello to Evan as well. Oh, here we go. We have a grid ready to go and ready for the formation lap. So,
Indeed we do.
Yeah, did you tell us more about the formation lap? Just remind us again on the tyre wear.
So, the tyres on formation lap, of course, if we have a look at the tyres, just a quick one, everyone on the hards and the mediums so far. Obviously, on the outlap, if their tyres, like, pressures aren't as high, they've got to do a lot of work on this warm-up because they've got to get above, I believe it's, I want to say, hard tyres, I think it's around the 90-degree window, because if you go around about 85, there's still going to be a little bit cold. So it's still a key factor, because apparently what I've been told, and been in investigations on YouTube and etc., which actually sounds interesting, shout out to Alex Gillen actually, having a look at his content. Apparently, tyre-wise, your front tyres pressures have got to be higher than the rears. That's how it works apparently. So it's all interesting, but obviously there's this disqualification between Ralph and Smith now, so unfortunately for them two, they're going to be starting on the grid, as you said, not ideal for turn 1, on stone cold hard tyres. Not my taste.
Oh dear. Just to let you know, CD-san, yes, they're all equal.
Yes, they're all equal.
Right. So, just saying hard medium is what I would have gone if I was racing. I think the softs are not good around in Bahrain, now you say it. I was probably just going gambly when I used the softs in my test race. Oh dear, someone's done a spin. That's Liam. Come on, Liam, join back to the grid.
I'm about to say, he's probably just trying to do a John Ott me, just some 360 donuts.
Yeah. Oh dear, and Yoji has left the session. That's not good.
Oh
right,
no.
Let's just hope that we don't have any problems like we used to with formation laps. And we'll have to start over again.
But I'll say, pressure.
Pushing down. Okay. Oh, and Renza's got into the books. Oh, and so is Fleddy. Alright, Yozzie's back in, thank goodness. Right. Are we going to get a start? Yes, we are. Oh, and there's a bit of a shuffling round for the grid. Anyway, here we go. We have 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and we're underway in this social race. And it is Nando and Reyes that head into the first corner as the leaders. And then it'll be Kazizzle behind them. And into the first corner they go. And it is Nando into the lead. And quite the bottleneck into turn number 1. But it is Kazizzle that gets up into second place ahead of Reyes. Gabriel in 4th. And Nando just running away with it as the other cars behind them squabble for position. Battles happening in the midfield, heading into turn number 4 now, and then Nando still leading ahead of Kazizzle, Reyes, and Azam making up some positions as well. Doesn't seem there have been any casualties at the first few turns. Good to see, especially this being a social race. And there's a lead going for the Kazizzle on the medium tyres. He's on the medium tyres, he has the advantage. Oh, and there's been a spinner at turn number 8. That's Nuff and Renz, not the ideal start for them. And Kazizzle's into the lead, Flynn.
That is amazing work from Kazizzle right there. Some amazing side-by-side action. Wow, and there's a Ferrari off in the background as well. That's Zane, I believe that is.
It is Zane, and he's back on the track now as they make their way through turn number 11 for the first time tonight. And there is a battle between Reyes and Gabriel going for second place of Nando. Kazizzle just running into the distance. But remember, he's got to stop much earlier on these medium tyres. The hards, their luxury, they get pit later and they get to go long. Speaking of positions, 7 places for Azam. What a start. And it might be more, and there's a crash there. Ooh. That is Riley Mackay. It's Riley Mackay and Dara Smith, who I think had problems at the start, and Dara's staying out. Did he suffer any damage from that?
I believe he did. I saw a front wing go for... there's a spin as well from BO5.
Dara's retired from the session on track. It's a social race, but please don't do that. It's bad etiquette. Ignore the intervals, they are wrong. That should be fixed in a couple minutes. It is a test race, it's only been released for a week. Just no games are perfect, bugs are natural for this game, but Kazizzle leads. Yes. Kazizzle leads ahead of Nando, Reyes, Gabriel, Niels, Azam, Diogo Silva, Mohammed, Fleddy, and Stefan, your top 10.
That's not a bad start though for some drivers. But quite unfortunate start for Zane. I feel kind of bad for him because at the start of turn 1, there was a slight contact with himself and one other driver, and he went off onto the grass and then got wing damage. So he's currently in 18th. So some drivers 18th, 17th, 19th, even 16th will be hoping for a safety car. 100%.
Yes. I've just been told to change the POV less. I'll take that on board, thank you very much. I always put the viewers first in this, and then the drivers, and then myself. But Nando,
hello.
What's up?
I was about to say, just Nando just diving there a little bit, getting a bit close to because I was a bit scared. I thought, please, don't break your front wing on lap number 3. Oh. I think for now, the Aston Martin should just stay behind and just chill. Save the battery and wait for the mediums to die off. But also tyre wear's a big thing as well, as we've got fighting on behind, Stefan and Yossi going wheel to wheel actually. And that was quite close, but Yossi getting through and up into P10, obviously trying to make up form after losing some positions and having that 5-place grid penalty as well for, was it illegal blocking or something like
Yes,
that?
it was illegal blocking. And Yossi currently remaining in 10th place right now as Fleddy tries to chase down Mohammed as teammate. No, actually, no, that's Liam going off the track again. Turn 10, quite tough.
It is indeed. Even I
Sorry
struggle with that turn, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. Sorry if I get all confused with the blue. There's a lot of blue cars in this grid, let's be honest.
There is. There's the Williams, there's just the Alpine, the Red Bull. I think blue is very popular. Even on the McLaren, there's some light blue. There's Mercedes as well. Or that a different colour? I can't remember now.
They're black, aren't they?
They're black with a little bit of blue or something like that. Yeah. It's just all over the place. Soon we're gonna get copyright forms as because Zizzle's lost the lead. Actually, Nando swapped.
Yes, he has. I couldn't change it because I didn't want them to change the. Oh, and there's a battle between Rafael and
Indeed.
Stefan. Stefan going off the track loses the position to Rafael.
Oof, I don't know if it was contact there. I think it was a clean move. Didn't really see it on my POV. But Rafael up to 11th, Stefan down to 12th.
Yes, and as we look at the back five, all have lost positions. But it is Nando back in the lead. A reminder that I try to find it. It's been a couple of weeks, give me time. He is on the harder compound, but he has taken the lead back.
Indeed.
And we've got a yellow flag,
flags.
that's Toby, and he's got a penalty for corner cutting.
Oof. Probably not a fair one though, if he's had to go off the track to avoid a collision or been in contact. But like you said, every game that's released will have bugs for the first couple of weeks. They will be fixed. Fingers crossed. Just takes time.
Yes, it does. Kazizel currently in between two hard tyre runners of Nando and Reyes. And you got Gabriel in the mix for the lead there, as you can see. Any notices of going down the order? You see any battles happening?
I was thinking Fleddy, but I don't think he's close enough for a little bit of a dive. No, I can't see any battle at the moment. Actually, never mind. There's Gabriel trying to go on the AlphaTauri up ahead, both on the hard tyres at the moment, but Gabriel just not close enough. Not close enough to strike for a move just yet.
Not close enough, and Reyes staying in third position for now. He did try a move on into turn number one. He didn't see that, of course, but he couldn't make it stick. So lap 5, Nando still in the lead from pole position. Kazizel up 1 position. Reyes down 1 position. Gabriel, I think, started in 4th, did he?
I believe he did. I can't remember from the top of my
5th.
head. Oh, 5th, sorry, yeah, there we go. But
4th
can
was
we just
early, and he's down to 17th. Go on.
get a mention that the top 4 are just running away? DRS enabled, and they're just not running away, but they're pulling away very, very slowly, which is really, really good for them because there's no pressure from behind. They can just chill on the tyres. But obviously, there's pressure from Kazizel as he's on the medium tyres. So I don't know why he would be on the mediums, to be honest. But never say never. I never disregard that strategy because obviously John Otmere went on that strategy yesterday, and he managed to make it work somehow. Don't know how, but he managed to make it work.
Because it's Jarno Otmere. Right,
That
we have a
is
battle.
true.
Sorry, we have a battle for 8th place going between. That is Fleddy and Mohammed. Fleddy going for the outside, heading into the turn.
Ooh.
Together, and Yossi's also involved. Yossi and Fleddy dueling for 8th. No, sorry, that is Mohammed dueling for 8th position. Again, these cars are so almost indifferent. As Diogo Silva and Azim are battling for 6th position, and Azim up to 6th position.
That is impressive. I think Fleddy might try and get Dio here though, because he seems quite racy now. I think he's woken up, but he is quite low on the battery as well. Just remember that.
And they've got a lot of cars behind him too. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Ooh, there's someone off.
Yossi's Mohammed's off, and he nearly runs into Rafael.
Yeah, that was a bit intense racing there. I think Mohammed just got too close to the back of Fleddy and the McLaren and just went straight on, locked up. And I think he hit the curb as well, which obviously isn't ideal. Can make you slide a little bit. But there you have it.
And Nuff has got up into 12th position with an overtake on Stefan. Stefan trying to hold on though.
I think Aza might go for a move here as well on the Alfa Romeo. Turn 15 now. Yeah, he'll get past the Alfa Romeo on the straight for sure.
So while that's happening, there's actually, sorry, I'm changing that.
There's
a 3 wide, as Flynn's just pointed out. Who's going to get the lead from this?
Dio's running away at the moment. Red Bull's going for a little bit of a lunge around the outside. He has the inside now, but a nice defence from Dio there. And that was amazing. 3 wide, down to turn 1. Extraordinary.
And it's still brewing. We've got, back in the distance, Mohammed and Nuff fighting for 11th place as Niels and Azam fight for 6th place.
Here goes Yossi though. He's trying to fight it on Azam right now, down the inside. No contact, but who's going to get the better exit? It's going to be the Red Bull. And he fends off the Alpine for now.
He does. And Yossi right in the middle of this fight after getting a 5-place grid penalty. Now, look at this DRS train all aboard, down to turn number 11. Yeah, I know, I have to. I've played enough of the 18XX board games to know that. Oh, and Yossi has a bad exit out of turn 11, and here comes Fleddy into 8th position. 8th position he goes. And that is a move he desperately needed if he wants to get anywhere up the order. He got 3 cars ahead of them, Diogo, Niels and Azam to come, but Yossi's going to try and mount a fight back as we come out of the final corner once again. Raphael stuck in an Alpine sandwich recently bought by Ryan Reynolds of Wrexham. Yes, I had to mention that. That was news today. And here comes Raphael again. Can he make the move stick, Flynn?
I think he's going to do it, He's going to go for a massive lunge. No, he's not. Oh, okay. Oh, actually. Oh. No, he's going to stay behind for now. I was actually expecting a lunge there, to be honest. But let's not forget Yossi all over the back of Fleddy now. Up the inside.
Nice move.
Yeah, nice move. That's an easy gain to P number 8. Like you said, these drivers have got to make the moves now. If there's anyone in the mix, for example, Azem on those mediums, Alfa Romeo on the mediums as well, as Dio makes a massive mistake then. Like I said, has that massive slide at turn number 8. So not ideal. Turn 10 now. Oh, the Alfa Romeo all out of shape then. Here comes Azem. Hello.
It's still brewing. My goodness. They just do not want to let go of each other. Azem and Niels side by side at turn number 11. And still side by side. Can't be separated yet. Through to turn number 12. Will 13 be the separator? We've got Yossi behind. Still side by side. And here comes Yossi. He's going to mount a challenge. But Niels holds on. He's going to go for it. Can he make the move? No, he cannot. But there is another DRS straight to go. Yossi goes on the inside of Azam.
He forced the Red Bull wide. He said he forced the Red Bull wide there. Now, is he going to have enough to get past Neil? I think he is.
Hold on, Flynn. Sorry. There is a massive 4-way battle for the leads. It went 2 by 2 into the first corner, and now Rees is going into the first corner, the fourth corner. I should apologise. And he tries to challenge for the lead. He can't get it done. And there's a battle for third place as well. They cannot be separated. We've got 2 massive clusters so close together. I don't know which one to keep track of. Hey, Flynn, you keep the track of the battle for 5th. I'm keeping the track of the battle for the leads. This is absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely crazy indeed. Yossi right now fighting with Neil in the Alfa Romeo, and so far there was a little bit of contact at turn number 8, so hopefully no winglets or wings. Actually, no, Yossi's been spun around by Azem, and Yossi is using multiple positions there, down to 11th. Contact there with one of the Red Bulls, and he moves a few positions. Not ideal.
Ouch, not ideal at all. As the battle for the lead seems to have faded off for a bit, but of course when they get around to that final corner and onto the DRS straights, it might all kick off as we come down through to turn...
It's gonna.
I wasn't finished yet. So, here we go once again. Can Nando fend off Ray's Gabriel Kazizel? Here we go once again. Ray's trying to mount a challenge. Is he close enough? He has the DRS. He's going to go for a lunge. Down the inside into turn number 1. Can he pull it off? No, he can't. Nando shuts the door. Nando shutting the door in, coming into turn number 2 and out of turn number 3. And looks like Nando has had a fantastic exit out of that and leaving the rest of them in the dust. Ray's trying to come back, but the DRS is not going to be much help. But he does manage to get back up the order, and Fleddy's had an... Oh, Fleddy's got a problem, is he, Finn?
I don't know. I don't know. He's going quite slowly. I was given on board. I didn't see any contact. Maybe he's got slight wing damage or something.
Damage.
Look at.
I think he's got damage. He was slowing for a bit.
I don't know if it was like illegal overtaking, but I can't see any damage on the winglet. Maybe he has floor damage.
Yeah, he might actually. I couldn't see it because, of course, I was focusing on the battle at the top.
Yeah.
And I could be coming close because I think Race was coming close off screen. I can't change it because I don't want to hurt the viewer's eyes. If you know what I mean, then you know.
I know what you mean.
I think a lot of the viewers are going to transport to the 8 o'clock social race, which features the best of the best PlayStation drivers.
I was going to say, if you really, really want to, ride on board with the top 2, because I think this is about to be a swap for the lead again.
It could be. Or we're going to swap around once again. Let's find out. Ray's almost got him on turn number 1 last time. Can he do it this time? Ray's on the left, and it looks like he's going to try and take the lead, but Nando is going to try and take the bait, and he's going to try and move at turn number 4, it looks like. Nando knows how this game is played. He's been on this track many a year. But he's also going to fend off Gabriel Kazizel behind. Nando now mounting a challenge. Is he going to be close enough? No, he cannot get close enough. And Reyes is now the leader of the race.
But I'll say is wheel to wheel with Yossi and Raphael right now. Yossi trying to make up positions after having that contact with one of the Red Bull drivers, and he gains a position to P number 9 as well. Now it's his team up ahead. Is it going to be team orders? We'll find out. Because you never know on social races. Like, some people will just be in random teams and race. But sometimes, if people want to be, like, really, really sweaty, they'll be in team calls and stuff like that.
Any Americans, says Quandale? I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure. I don't think so. On top of my head. I can't remember.
To be fair, the only American in Formula 1 is named Logan, but I am Scottish.
But I think Yossi will get past Mohammed before turn number 1. Because he's looking a lot more, you could say, what's the word, race pacey, something like that, you know? Just looking a bit more quicker. Yeah, racy. Kind of a bit more racy, more fuel.
So he's right on the edge, but he's going to try and move. It looks like he is going to get the DRS, but I don't think Mohammed's going to have it. Yeah, Mohammed's not going to even put up a challenge. Just glides past like it was taking candy from a baby, as a certain commentator put it. So he's now up into 8th position. It seems to have simmered down quite a bit, especially at the top. The top 3 are now separated by 0.6 each, half a second, give or take a few milliseconds. But it is Reyes that leads the race ahead of Nando. The first round of pit stops coming up. Looks like the mediums will be pitting soon.
I would say so, yeah, but I would believe they're pit on like lap number 14 or 15, but wow, I don't know if you just caught that on camera, but Yossi had a massive snap there, bit of a wobble as he entered turn number 8, so I don't know if that's to be a key factor that the hards are starting to wear off as well, because tyre grip and tyre deg is crazy around this track if you push it a little bit too hard. If you kind of forget, then your tyres will be dying off a lot quicker than you can expect.
Quite indeed. I'm just taking the timing tower off so you could see the battle happening down to turn 11. That's quite an issue in this game. So it's back up now, and it is Diogo Silva trying to fend off Niels and Azam, who are in a battle of their own, I have to say, 6th and 7th.
That is true, yeah.
Azam had some quite bad luck in, I think it was
into the pit lane.
F5, and we have some people opting to hit the pits. Oh, Neil's pump fakes just before the line, and Kazizel and Azam are in for their stops. This should be for hard tyres, and it is, and that will mean that the hard tyres, of course, they'll be pitting much later. And they have to up their game to make sure that they are not undercut by the medium tyre runners or those pitting earlier on the hards. So that is them into the pits as Niels now hounds Diogo for what will now be fourth. And the top three are in a battle of their own. But Reyes, most crucially, as Reyes has thrown in the towel, unfortunately, in the pit lane, Reyes is leading now by over a second. Nando will not get the DRS now, so he is vulnerable to Gabriel in third place.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Gabriel looks like they've turned on their race pace now, because they were looking quite quick out of turn number 8. So I think they're starting to push now. They know it's time for the pit stop almost, so they've got to stop pushing, because the undercut is actually quite aggressive now, because when you're out of the pits on a fresh set of tyres, you can actually keep on the track now and actually push quite hard on cold tyres.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to watch.
Yes, it will. We're down to 18 drivers in this race. Please ignore the yellow flag as the Reyes is coming in. Reyes is coming in for his medium tyres. He's got to rewind it down to 80 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. Sorry. What is a kilometer?
Nielsen as well.
I should know. And we have a spinner. That's Toby off screen. It's just not been his race today, so Reyes coming down the order now. Neil's also coming in, both for medium tyres. Medium tyres for Reyes, hard tyres for Neil's. Notice that Reyes pitted for hards at the same time the medium tyres did it. Interesting. Oh, quite the battle there as he comes out. Oh! And Liam is the victim of that. Liam got caught out in that battle between Reyes and Kazizel for 9th place, and Liam caught out in it, had nowhere to go but off the track.
Indeed, and Azam just made a position up on Niels as well, and Niels not having the best outlap. He's been compromised quite substantial and quite hard, because he's come out the pit lane, and obviously if you want to push you have to have free air, but he just had a massive fight with the Red Bull, and of course he just got stuck on the curb there too. So his outlap has been kind of compromised, so his undercut attempt, I think, has been massively screwed over. Massively.
Yeah. And Liam's struggling to get around turn 10 again. It has been quite the troublesome turn for Liam. And with 13 laps, that may be a sign he may have to come in as soon as feasible, if possible. Whoa, Yossi! It's Mohammed, and Raphael coming around the final corner. Mohammed comes into the pits, Diogo and Fleddy as well, and Mohammed gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane to add to his woes. It's just horrible exit out of the corner. Horrible exit as they collide, and now I hope that's not wing damage for Mohammed. I think that might have been actually. I think he's lost the position to Fleddy, and he has as they come out the pits.
He'll be quite close, especially the house of Riley. Oh, Riley's gone. He's messed up that corner completely. He's just, obviously it's good for those two, but he just went straight on at turn 1. So Riley will be quite disappointed with that. But P13, Mohammed, and Fleddy, 11th and 12th. So can they pull the undercut on the drivers up ahead who haven't pitted just yet? But let's talk about the top 2. Not boxed just yet, but Gabriel right on the rear wing now, almost of Nando. Obviously helped with DRS. He's got quite a lot of battery as well. Wow, he's been saving. Nando has not got as much battery as the McLaren at the moment. Turn 15. Are they going to box yet?
Gabriel thought about it. He looked like he was turning in.
I think he might go for a move soon. He's got the battery off and on. He's going to decide. Obviously, not ideal for Nando because he is vulnerable now, flashing, which you don't want to do. So he might go for a move here. We're about to find out. Not yet, no. You're just gonna chill behind. I wonder if they'll box for soft tyres. If they go to lap 20, you reckon they'll box for softs? Or is that
Be
a bit
quite
risky?
interesting.
That would
That'd
be.
Quite interesting. Of course, soft tyres would be important to be quite quite the inferior tyre compared to the mediums and the hards. So I wouldn't imagine them going for it, but you never know. Considering that's the social race and the stakes aren't that
Yeah.
high,
I
they
was going to
probably
say,
could try it out.
Kazizel as well, having a nice fight with the AlphaTauri right now. Looking quite race pacey, obviously hards against mediums. I believe the races that boxed obviously went for mediums at the start and went for hards. I think they have the upper hand into the final stages of the race, because obviously some guys on the hards box like lap 12 or 13, which is quite early, so their tyres will potentially die off around lap 20, 22, 23, and then the hards will then start to come into play and they'll start to be a little bit more quicker. So I can see a few drivers being under pressure on the mediums if they boxed a bit early than expected, but Nando is in the pit lane.
Nando is coming to the pits off camera. You can visually see, and so have Yoshi and Raphael. No, Yossi is pump faked, and Raphael ain't taking it.
Wow.
Raphael is coming in. He's going to try and undercut Yossi. I don't know what Yossi was thinking there. I think he wasn't supposed to do that. I think he wanted Raphael to come in with him as well, but Yossi, no, he didn't want Raphael to come with him. He wanted to be caught out, but
the big question is Raphael going to come out in clean air? And he is at the moment. At the moment, he comes out in clean air, which is really, really good for him. As we've got Dio and Niels going for a little bit of a battle right now. Down to turn 8. And so far, these two drivers, I don't think they've made any contact yet, if I'm correct. They've been quite clean so far.
Whoa!
I say that, and they did get quite close to comfort there.
There are no foregone conclusions in this sport.
I take back what I said. I don't want to curse anyone. I don't want to make anyone spin or crash.
Don't curse out anyone.
Wowzers.
Indeed. So Yossi is in second place, but please take note he isn't pit yet. Nando on the medium tyre, starting a charge.
McLaren is in.
Yeah, El Plan is in motion. Oh wait, that's the old one when he was with Alpine.
Actually, hang on a minute. The McLaren could... Well, it's going to be quite tight for exit-wise.
Oh, he isn't.
This is like a Max Verstappen and Hamilton moment here. That is...
No, not close enough.
No, it wasn't close.
Hold on. I think he might have cut the white line there. I think I saw him cut the white line. That might be... Well, it is a social race, but he might get a penalty for that. As most of our viewers head and flock to the second social race hosted by Jess and Evan, and Diogo gets up into 6th place.
But I say, he's absolutely flying right now. He got past that Red Bull like it was no trouble whatsoever.
He did.
On fresher tyres, then ASM as well, but of course he's on the mediums, so I don't think they'll drop off substantially quickly, but no, he's flying right now on the Williams. Making a charge is what they call it, as he gets a massive snap there, but manages to save it.
Better say.
That's quite surprising. So, Kazizel, in the Alfa Romeo, is on 5-lap-old hard tyres, but he's managed to get past Nando and Gabriel.
Whew.
So is Ray as well in the AlphaTauri. So Nando and Gabriel got a lot of work to do now, as the top two, I believe, are going to start fighting.
And Reyes, who is also already pit. These two are fighting for the lead now. I just want to mention they've all pit. Reyes in the lead of the race. Kazizel, who has got a 4-second buffer, almost got into the lead there. A 4-second buffer to third place Nando, and Gabriel 2 seconds behind. It looks like the pits have spread the field by a bit. The different strategies. It looks like Reyes has worked out a dream, but remember, he's got to get to the end of the race on these. And
Indeed.
he's done it. He's going to have to do it more than he worked harder than he did with the hard tires, a lot longer. And Kazizel is going to try a shot at the lead here. He's down into turn number 11. I don't think he's going to be close enough to take the lead. No, he's not going to be close enough. So Kazizel staying put in second place. A long way to go, though. They'll be having 10 laps next time they come round. 10 and a bit laps to go here at Bahrain, the pre-season race. The prelude to season 34, the first on F1 23. I'm glad you can all join us. We have 10 and a bit laps to go, as we have just explained. We've got a battle for 6th place going on here, Flint.
We have indeed. And look at that. Neil all over the back of the Red Bull's rear wing. Also, as this game, DRS is quite powerful. So look at there. There's an example. Alfa Romeo flies by down to turn 1. Now challenge is for P number 5 if he can catch. But there's more going on. Mohammed and Freddie going at it wheel to wheel at turn 1. Who's going to get the better exit? And it's going to be the upper hand. Looks like it's going to be Mohammed with DRS, but they're still going to carry on and still go wheel to wheel.
Wow.
And there was slight contact there, but not too much to ruin anyone's race, and Freddie putting his foot in and getting past turn number 8 and his P number 8.
Great battle between those two drivers in 8th and 9th. Swapping positions. It's a good taste of what's to come over the next coming months. You better believe it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun, as we have halved our viewing count thanks to those guys at 8 p.m. I know. No, we love them. We love them. Jess and Evan, fantastic commentators. We think they're top of the shot, and they've got massive futures ahead of them. For us, we're stuck here commentating on this battle for for the lead, I should say. That's why we're here. Yes. The lead.
Ooh, bit of warm up there for the Alfa Romeo. Tyres probably cold. That's a bit odd. Don't normally see that on league racing. Them swerving on the straight.
Yeah, I've got
a big slide there.
Yeah, I've got an eagle eye on the steering wheel screen of the Alfa Romeo of Kazizel, and it's 100 degrees Celsius for all the tyres, and you also set the fastest lap, which won't get you anything because this is a social race. There's no award for it. Just the honour of being fastest lap, but there you go. Kazizel is really mounting a charge, and he really needs to get past as soon as possible if he wants to win this race. Nando behind, watching along, a interested bystander. And Gabriel needs to catch up. If these two keep battling, Nando could be thrown back into the fray. Remember, Nando has the advantage. He's making that advantage up as I speak. Gabriel as well. So Nando, of course, he came out much slower. That was his downside. But now, this could be another four-way battle again. And if they battle too much, you never know. Diogo Silva and the rest of the gang might get involved.
Fleddy as well getting involved on AZEM and making a move to P7 now with DRS assistance to P7, trying to catch P6. And may I just say, Stefan, Yossi, and TF10 in the Haas, I believe it was, because there was so much going on, I believe it was Yossi getting through, Stefan having a bit of a Tokyo drift, you could say, out of turn number 8 or something, and then up and then through went Yossi and
hold on, there's a battle for the lead. Kazizel going for the lead into the first corner, and Nando is coming into the mix as well. Sorry to interrupt you, Flynn.
That's
Here
fine.
we come through turn number 3, and Nando is going for second place. Reyes trying to fend him off, trying to get close to Kazizel. It's not working. Kazizel is into the lead again.
That was amazing work from Alfa Romeo there. That was extraordinary. But look at Nando. He is engaged and ready to battle. I
But
think he's going to do an Alonso.
Yeah, he is. But they better be careful, because Gabriel's just waiting in the wings, itching to pounce. If they are not careful enough, they are forming an orderly line down towards turn number 11. But that may not be orderly for much longer, because here we come, around 11. 11, and he's going for it! Hello! No.
But what's interesting, the top two, batteries are quite decent. Nando's quite low on the battery.
He is.
So he's got a disadvantage at the moment, because Gabriel as well, quite well on the battery. So Nando's got to do a bit of something. There's a retirement, and that is Toby to pit lane.
Yeah, he was out for quite long, but here we go. This is the battle we've been here for. Here we go!
It's going to be...
No way! He's going to go for it! Free wide in turn 1! He's pushed Reyes off the track! He's pushed Reyes off there! He's spun! He's spun off! Oh, what a disaster! And look at this!
No.
Gabriel is into the mix again! 7 laps to go! And suddenly it's all kicked off! Through goes Gabriel round the outside! What is this? How has he pulled this off? He nearly pulled it off! But now he's going to go for the lead now! He has the tyre advantage! He's in the driving seat! Why am I going crazy? It's just a social race!
I mean, you should always go crazy here at PSGL, the amazing racing cyber action content we get, but someone in this pack has wing damage, because when Nando made contact, someone lost a winglet. I can tell you that now, so I don't know who's lost performance, but so far, I feel like it might be Nando, but I'm not too sure.
It might be. Gabriel is right on the edge of overtaking Reyes, who thought 3 laps ago that Gabriel would be involved, or is it Gabriel? I do apologise. Gabriel, into the lead of this race, potentially. He was 5 seconds down in 4th. Now he's gunning for the lead. He's right on the edge of Reyes. Reyes must be sweating in that cockpit. Here comes Gabriel. This is his golden chance. Coming to the lead. Here it comes. Side by side. And Gabriel leading into the corner. Gabriel is in the lead of the social race. Where has that come from? 4th to 1st in a matter of 2 minutes.
That's crazy. I was not expecting that. That was just crazy at turn on the contact we got. Wow.
Wow.
Gabriel's just got to run away now. He's got to run. He's got to run now.
Exactly. He has to run as fast as he can, like Speedy Gonzalez, as there's battle going on behind him. That's Raphael and Neuf battling for 10th position, side by side, through the turns. And there's a push off there into turn 8 they go, fighting furiously. Neuf's trying to get ahead and cannot, despite that lunge. Raphael stays ahead. Is he going to try the Alonso into the corner? No, he's not, as they are forming another orderly line. But Gabriel starting to pull away. He is nearly a second ahead of Reyes, as there's a battle between Yossi. And he is ahead of the McLaren of Fleddy.
That was crazy. I still can't hear that. Turn 1.
Whoa, sorry. Oh, enough is spun. He tried a lunge on Raphael. It is not paid off, and he is down a few positions and may have wing damage.
I wouldn't be surprised. That was a bit of a desperate move. I think he should have waited. Abided a bit more time. But no, bit of a desperate lunge. But here we go. Yossi getting through and up into P number 6 now, past the Alfa and Mayo. Down to turn 1. Nice little move there. The McLaren trying to set eyes on the car up ahead, trying to put some pressure.
I think there's also a WR social race going on right now as I speak.
That is very true, there is, yes.
Which division is it? Is it Xbox?
I believe it's PC today.
Ah, okay.
On Britain. So my home track, to be honest, so yeah, very lovely track.
Technically.
That's good to hear.
Scotland. Not Hill. But Nando is trying to get back at Cazzizzle. Cazzizzle lost a bit of time through in the first corner, I think. That battle involving him and Nando, where Nando was spun around. And now they're 5 seconds off the pace. Well, not off the pace, off the leaders. But they're battling for the last podium spot here in this pre-season taster. Gabriel still leading by 7/10. It is not over yet, though. He's got to keep it on track, keep it focused, and keep the head down.
Here comes Nando, though. Look at that superb exit he got into the pit lane. Is it?
No, he's playing defensive. He's going to the left, going to the right to try and break the toe from Nando. But Nando ain't taking it. He's going into the outside of Cazzizzle, and he makes it stick. But is he going to know? He's went wide, and Cazzizzle takes it back. Is Nando going to try and mount a challenge onto turn 4, though? Let's find out.
Oh, and look
at this, sorry. Reyes is almost there, but he can't get it. Cazzizzle is clear of Nando into turn 4, but the battle is starting to hot up again. Reyes and Gabriel going for the lead.
And we've got 2 drivers quite close. That was Fleddy trying to defend off the Alfa Romeo behind. But I think for now, he'll be alright, but the Alfa Romeo seemingly having them all the race pace. I don't know if that's because the mediums are now starting to die off. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Fleddy's been on those tyres for like 11 laps. They'll start to fade off now. Wouldn't be surprised.
Not looking good.
No, not to the desperation of the ending laps. Lap number 26, almost 27. Not long to go.
26 coming on, 27. With 3 laps to go, can Reyes find a way to take the lead off of Gabriel and win the race? We're about to find out as they cross the line one more time. Has Reyes got anything left in the tank? He's got very little energy in that battery. He's got the DRS on as I have massive crackling going through the engine sound. I'm not sure if you can hear it either. But Reyes... Oh, and what's going on here? There's a battle between Cazzizzle and Nando, and Cazzizzle's got ahead again. And Yossi is ahead of Diogo Silva. And Niels is ahead of Fleddy. 3 battles in 1, and I missed them all.
Nando's going to try to go around the outside. Forced off a little bit, but still wheel to wheel. Nando's not going to put his nose in. But horrible exit from Cazzizzle there. All bit of contact there. Nando's still going to put his foot in, and he's going to take P3 for now, but switch back for Cazzizzle here. And it could be an Alonso and Hamilton here. Oh, goodness me. Oh, there's contact. Off the track goes Cazzizzle. And through goes Nando, but Cazzizzle's still ahead.
How are they still fighting? They're pushing each other off the track. They're pushing each other off the track.
A switchback again from Cazzizzle.
What?
They're still going to be wheel to wheel, but look at that. Look where Yossi is. Yossi 5 grid place penalty, provisional P3. But he's got a time penalty though. That is a big question. He's got a time penalty.
I have to cut you off because Reyes is right behind Gabriel with 2 laps to go now. Can he find anything? I don't think he can. Yossi's got up into 4th. Yossi's got up to the 4th. He's going to get up into 3rd. He's the tyre advantage. He's going for the podium. Even if he's got a penalty, this will be fantastic.
Hang on a minute. Here comes Cazzizzle though. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it indeed. But here comes the Williams on Dio as well. Going a bit wide, a bit too deep though.
Yeah, he's gone a bit too deep. And the battle's still going on. Yeah, the battle, I was about to say, the top 2 are now within 3 tenths.
It's all boiling down to the last moment now. Bahrain brings some spectacular content here. Fleddy as well, up into P7. Oh, the carnage is now unfolding. Everyone is now starting to push to the limits.
They are. Sorry if I keep cutting you off. I'm trying to keep up with whatever battle I can. The battle between 5th and 6th isn't done with. Cazzizzle trying to get past Diogo Silva, and he has, I think. He's still in the 5th position, actually. And
he still is.
It will go on into the final lap. But now, can Reyes get Gabriel back for what he did to him earlier? Nando and Cazzizzle are falling behind. Yossi needs to break away. to avoid getting a huge penalty. Yossi has a 3-second penalty. So at this rate, Nando is going to get third place. But here we go. Final lap. Has Reyes got anything left in him? He's got little battery left. He has the DRS open.
He's coming. Oh.
No. Gets
Oh,
close
it's a slide
though.
though.
This might be his last chance.
No, he's still got one more DRS straight. Obviously now the McLaren is flashing, so if he gets a good exit at turn 10, he could have a chance there, maybe.
Well, here we go then.
You could be right, that could have been his last chance. But 7th, 8th and 9th now battling. Everyone's scoring for positions. The Red Bull up the inside. Contact though, but doesn't manage to get the move done.
This will be his last chance.
100%. He's going to give it a go. He's going to give it all he's got. And I think...
Not going to work.
I think Gabriel's done it. I think it's mission accomplished after crazy events that happened at turn 1. He'll be very glad of that.
He's still got to cross the line though. He's still got to cross the line. And
there could be a desperate lunge.
There could be a desperate lunge. As you just said, 3 attempts. Is it close enough for Reyes to make a challenge? He's using all the energy he has. He's got none. He's going to try it. No, he can't. It's too late. Gabriel has seen off all the competition. Gabriel's going to win this social race. What a win for the McLaren driver, who is going to get third place. I don't think it's going to be Yossi. Yossi has a penalty.
No.
So it's going to be Nando that gets third. After that spin, that's quite an alright recovery, I have to say. And Yossi will finish 4th, even with that grid penalty and that penalty overall. As I'm trying to process what I've just seen.
Same here. It's just what happened. The top 3 were absolutely having stunning races. Then there was contact. Through went Gabriel to P2 or 3, took the lead. And he's just won the social race. So I think he'll be buzzing right now. He'll be thinking, what on earth has just happened? That's what he'll be thinking.
And I just got a trophy for Eagle Eye, apparently. Thank you, Codemasters. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Not Gabriel, Kazizel finished 8th. And he had the lead at one point. Yeah, he finished 8th after that penalty. It was just not to be tonight for him. The multi-talented driver from Shizou. But it's this man, Gabriel, who takes victory in the pre-season race here at Bahrain in an absolute thriller. And it's just the social race, people. We've got several weeks to come. Once we've got all the paperwork filled out, you know what I mean, evaluation.
Yeah. I know what you mean indeed. But no, to be honest though, like I said, that was just a social race. That wasn't a race, a social race. So I have no words. We're going to see some awesome racing for the new season to come along.
Oh darn, it's Brazilian. I forgot to get the global music when a Brazilian driver wins. That's what they still do that, I think. But yes, there's your result. And in all honesty, that's crazier than you thought. The winner started from 5th, I should mention. And Yossi came from 11th, which he could have been 3rd if it weren't for that going wide penalty. But he did get the fastest lap. That's a consolation. 1:36.
Bragging rights is all I say. Bragging rights yes. He has right now, the fastest lap. So there you are. There you are.
And do you know what's even worse? You can see that the points are wrong. I wish they'd custom point systems, because we award 16 for the win, not 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, we award 16. I don't know why. Maybe to keep the competition close.
I would say to keep the competition close.
Exactly. Let's see, give all the drivers a point. There you go, that is the social race over and done with. It is Gabriel of Brazil that takes victory in the first pre-season race here on PlayStation. hosted by myself, Otaku Logan, and my sidekick for the night, Flynn. Maybe not this for the night, maybe for the season. We could see what turns up, but that's not down to us. It's down to a certain someone above in the the certain departments that.
Wonder what department that could be. I wonder what it could be.
The paying attention department.
Exactly.
It's our job. We've got to pay attention to the action. To be fair.
That was crazy, mate. I'm still in shock. Just a
don't be in
social
shock
race, and we
too
get
long.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, we've got to go to work tomorrow, so I need to get some sleep after this. But yes, that was your social race. Try and process what just happened, and think of what's going to happen for the season proper. I'll leave you to think of that. I don't think we've got any more else to know. Actually, we should tell you, we are sponsored by a certain GT Omega. We need to give them a shout out, don't we?
Indeed, we do.
A shout out for GT Omega. For those of you living under a rock, GT Omega is our title sponsor for this season and beyond. They are the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits. You can improve your setup with their wide range of products in their store. And if you use the word PSGL at the checkout, 5% off. You get 5% off on the GT Omega products. So go check them out at our website, gtomega.co.uk. And that's them. Oh, we should also mention, Flynn.
Yes.
Evaluation.
What, the whole summary of the race?
No, the evaluation you have to do to compete in this year's series.
Oh, yes.
You have until the 5th of July at 10 p.m. British Summer Time. That's actually, wait, do they still use daylight savings time in New? No,
I believe we
do.
do. We're BST now.
Yeah, I think that's 10 p.m. British Summer Time, 11 p.m. Central European Time
I think
on the
so.
5th of July. That's when I leave for Silverstone. You've got to perform your evaluation race at Belgium. And you've got to perform your time trials at Bahrain and Japan. And you've got to post a screenshot of the leaderboard on the end of session screen. And you've got to do the evaluation in Belgium, as I said. It's got to be short qualifying, 50% distance, race, clear river, strict corner cut, yada yada yada. It is in the Discord. If you're in it, please, you have to be in the Discord to sign up as well. That's the only way we can communicate with you. And your strategy, you have to start on medium, then pit for hard at the end of lap 10. You must follow the strategy or you will be invalid. If you cheat, you're only cheating yourself and you'll be placed in the wrong league. Your overall pace is what matters. Drive consistent laps without sacrificing too much speed. Your fastest lap won't be taken into account if it's significantly quicker than your second best lap. So use your energy accordingly. So don't deploy everything over 1 or 2 laps, like what I do. But yeah, that's for you interested at home. If you want to compete in PSGL, anyone can play, anyone can win. And that's been proven. Look at Jarno Opmeer. He used to race in the PlayStation, and now he is one of the best, most known drivers in the world, alongside Lewis Hamilton. And I am not kidding when I say that.
That is very, very true. Very true.
Yes, I think we should call it there for the night.
Yes, we should indeed.
Thank you all for watching. I know there's another race on right now, and I'm going to go ahead and watch that. But thank you all for watching. It's been quite the adventure, especially considering what happened.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
We kind of talked over each other, and I do apologise, but we had to get down to the bottom line of what was going on, and I understand it being quite stressful when we've got 2 fields of view. And the social race is about to begin. I better get off! Alright, that is it for the night. I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in Season 34. From myself and Flynn, we wish you all a very good night. And go and watch that social race, by the way.
Indeed, go
Check
and
it
watch
out.
it. It's awesome content.
Good night.